Cameron Indoor Stadium, the second-ranked Duke Blue Devils start the second week of the season against Central Arkansas out of the Southland Conference.
That's really off the charts.
He blew it away, and Duke right now off to a 2-0 start, hosting the Bears of unveiled last week. The starting lineup is the third different one in 3 games so far. Vernon Carey Jr., the big man, starts the scoring.
Central Arkansas, Carey, they can get to do a better job keeping the ball away from him, and now you see the pressure.
Well, there's the big man for Central Arkansas.
Threes, and they have to shoot threes in a situation like this.
Alex O'Connell rises. Stanley the stick back and the foul.
They couldn't clear out their own defensive boards, and Cassius Stanley, he's one of those relentless guys. He just stays with it, gets the ball, goes.
You're right, that was a huge problem in the loss, a relatively close schedule that Central Arkansas has played so far. You see their starters trying to prevent a turnover, and now it is thrown away. I want my help.
Central Arkansas stays in the man-to-man. Now you see their man-to-man, they're not really trying to put a lot of pressure on Duke, and that's worked well.
Beautiful mid-range jumper back at the other end. Tough bucket through the contact for Russ.
And yes, he's open, but I'm not sure this early in the game, that early in the shot clock, he wants to be taking those. I think that plays into Duke's hands.
Beautiful high-low passing, White to Delorier. You said tougher with the basketball. That's something Russ Pennell said to us at Shoot-Around. We need to find that extra gear of toughness in our team. Jones pick and roll with Delorier, and an offensive foul again on a Duke big man. The run there.
Well, that happens a lot of times, and the officials tell a player every time, you know, you gotta stay here. He rolls.
Well, Mike Krzyzewski sat his team down at the beginning of Shoot-Around, and he talked about the significance of this event to his team. Duke by 5 coming out of the timeout. And Wendell Moore on the bucket, the freshman.
Because the shot is close to the basket doesn't mean it's a good shot.
He has not been gun shy so far. Matthew Hurt trains a 3.
Probing the inside, whether it's off the dribble or the pass.
And they attack the offensive glass with Delorier. Trey Jones.
His first 3 of the season.
Colin Cooper with it now, freshman guard.
That's just great defense by Jordan Goldwire.
More on the shot fake. Back out for Hurt. Yes!
Really disrupts the offense, and Goldwire just, there's no place for Cooper to go. Goldwire, great job moving his feet. Moore passes up the shot, gets inside. You see how he stops in there and then takes and throws the ball back out. Boy, the Bears just really seem to be in a big rush. Not only dribbling the ball, but anytime anybody catches it, it's like they can't get rid of it fast enough.
Hurt with an easy 2. And Carey rips down the board.
That was a long shot. And if that's the kind of shot you're going to get and take, it's going to be a long night.
Hurt with 2 more. Coming out of the timeout just over 9 minutes in, Alex O'Connell. Front iron and the rebound to DeAndre Jones. Nice push ahead to Bergerson, and he draws a foul. Foul, by the way, on Jack White. Number 6, North Carolina hosting Gardner-Webb, both games right here. Team with Cole Anthony, who was just named not only ACC Rookie of the Week, but ACC Player of the Week. You saw him firsthand last week. Carey with 2. Jones on the lob and the lay-in by Carey. Widenar got it ahead to DeAndre Jones. Doesn't get the roll on the scoop, and a foul underneath.
In between, and he paid prior to get your 7-footer involved, but
Georgetown against a big front line under Patrick Ewing. And Koval, a guy who has generated some phone calls from the NBA folks to Russ Pennell.
Here's Duke on their offensive end. They're coming up the court, 2 passes, dump the ball inside. And what Central Arkansas is doing, they're just dribbling. So everybody dribbles around, and eventually that's the way offense is played right there.
DeAndre Jones got hurt in the air. He gets the bucket and a chance at 3. To have patience when everything Duke does is. Ball screen off the wing, and now Kyle Lutz switches on to Tre Jones in the mid-range with another.
And Tre Jones just was going to have to drop off because he's worried about the drive to the basket, and he creates enough space that he can get the jump shot off.
Now a foul goes against Duke on the inbound. Really limiting Dodson in that game.
Type of position where they can do any damage at all.
Out here, but his condition has improved after suffered that leg injury at Georgetown Saturday. Off the miss, Jones took a hard bump in a collision with Aaron Weidenar. Ball.
Oh.
Lewis McDaniel threw it away from the baseline.
That game against Kansas forcing turnover. And we're seeing another sample of that here tonight.
Quite the recipe. Joey Baker turned the corner. Missed it from the block. Margin, less than 7 to go first half. Delorier from Goldwire and the finish, plus the foul.
Duke has done that very effectively. And look at Javin Delorier just coming down the court, finding the lane.
Guards that play alongside DeAndre Jones now.
Seconds and shoot it. Your guys aren't going to be in any kind of position at all to get offensive rebounds.
Now when
with him right now is typical over the last.
Jared Chatham on the wing, working on Cassius Stanley. Great job staying down defensively.
Moore obviously very comfortable handling the basketball.
Goldwire is as well. The ball quite a bit behind Jones when he's not on the floor. Good off-ball cut. And Justin Robinson commits a foul on Lewis Jr. from Norcross, Georgia. No staring into that. For freshmen.
And the 5 guys who are out on the court have been enough of a problem for Central Arkansas.
Duke has dictated the pace, and it has been frenetic. Moore, and Carey follows. Right. And they've tried to put a lot of strength on his bones. They count the calories. And he's just a guy who hasn't been able to keep as much on as they would like, but he is very skilled for a big man.
Well, wait till he gets to be 30. That won't be an issue.
Stanley with 2 at the cup. Cooper on the block. 13th Central Arkansas turnover. Moore finishes.
Mike Krzyzewski was telling us that he hoped no one didn't know about it.
And hoped that we kept it a secret as well.
Koval has taken 1 shot, and it was a 3.
And it was early. He lost the handle. Look out, it's Stanley with a lay-in this time. Kind of lost the handle. Is this more of the offensive flow you wanted to see from Central Arkansas?
Well, more than one guy is touching the ball, and Duke, of course, is still all over him.
Jackson Baker drills a 3. Redshirt.
And when he caught the ball, he was ready to let it go. And in a game like this, you're not going to have much time or room.
Nice cut. And Goldwire on the down on Saturday. And blocked by Matthew Hurt.
See, Jones just took that in, again, much too far.
O'Connell. Got it.
Oh, boy.
And the 3-point shooting that hadn't been up to par so far the first couple of games for Duke. Well, it's 4 of 8 in this first half. It's the second foul on his team here for a lot of different reasons, but he wanted them to beat their... It's about a 5.5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Baker spinning on O'Connell. Got the roll. Nice touch from the redshirt freshman. At the end of the half, it's Hurt. Short on the jumper to close out the first 20 minutes. A huge lead for Duke. Tre Jones.
To secure the defensive rebound really hurts him. That's 10 offensive rebounds in the game for Duke.
Well, that's a good start.
You have field goals, you look up at the scoreboard, and you're not.
Had 3 fouls in the first half. Both Bergerson and Eddie Kailu.
Duke attacked him on offense. Duke attacked him on defense.
Kailu with a scoop. His first.
He will attack the basket.
Played at Oak Hill in high school with 4 other players in his starting lineup who are all in the ESPN 100. Carey missed it, but Hurt has been letting it fly early.
Wow, the interesting here, this Duke lineup to start the second half is
Here he's out and running. Draws a foul on Stanley. We talk about his shoot.
Or at least they have proven themselves reliable three-point shooters.
Yeah, in the first 2 games entering tonight, Duke just 12 of 46 from beyond the arc. Stanley stayed patient. Man, Kailu couldn't do the same at the other end.
Ryan Stanley was right there defensively.
More attacks. Koval got a piece of it. Chatham ahead of the pack with a flush.
Duke right there. Moore drove all the way to the basket and nobody rotated back. But again, my guess is this is an unusual lineup. They probably don't even use this one much in practice.
High-low carry from...
You just can't stop it.
DeAndre Jones with a chance at a 3-point play.
And Central Arkansas being able to accomplish a little more offensively here early in the second. He's got a very young group out there on the court. 4 freshmen and Alex O'Connell.
Cassius Stanley off the bounce, took a bump.
He's fast and he can jump right over you. The only way shooting bad shots or forced shots.
Freshman out of Los Angeles. Off the turnover, Stanley
oh!
on the scoop and the score. He just...
I thought he left too early. This is a nice steal. He evaluates the situation and holds the ball in one hand. How did he stay in the air?
He is 5. He's got those 13. Carey with 14. Hurt with a dozen. And as you said, 4 freshmen on the floor for Duke. Kailu on the interior working on O'Connell. Chatham got by both Moore and Carey.
You got to fight all the way to try to get the ball up the court.
We haven't seen many late shot clock scenarios like this. There's Hurt, and he draws a foul.
I need a step ladder to get to 46 inches. You can combine that explosiveness.
Marvin Bagley went to. Bergerson with 2 off of feet. Baker missed it. Kailu drives and eluded. Delorier, nice finish. Excited about his future.
Well, they've got Russ Pennell excited, and he has every right to be, but you need some consistency.
Jack White rises and connects.
Which suffered so badly in the second half of the season last year.
Play in this second half, precautionary reasons.
A head-to-head collision with Aaron Widener.
Floater from Moore.
Carries himself very well out there. And again, he's a big physical guy.
Oh! Bergerson, the off-ball cut. Yeah, they're back in Boise, Idaho. Delorier is blocked by... just 2 of 10 from beyond the arc so far. Baker spots up and drills it.
I think the key for him and Duke, if he's going to really be valuable, is his ability to make the 3-point shot. That plus he can order a double cheeseburger with an American accent.
Delorier drives and scores.
To get it over Cassius Stanley.
Quick pass to Delorier, pinned by Koval.
You're going to make it to the NCAA tournament. All depends on what you do that first weekend in March in your conference tournament.
And as you mentioned earlier, even if you win that tournament, chances are you're going up against a team like this. Goldwire for 3. And Kailu draws a foul. House. The GPA when he got there.
And he said a lot of pro coaches that he talks to, they
DC against Georgetown on Saturday. Before coming here, O'Connell the flush off the turnover. Off the turnover by Bergerson. Alex O'Connell, the 6'6" junior. It has been all Duke tonight at Cameron. Moore saw the opening and finishes.
Here we're back to that lineup with the freshman and O'Connell.
Stanley altered the shot of Kailu. Extra pass for Hurt. 3 of 3 now from beyond the arc. Bergerson on the inside.
In there, he got to get yourself in position to shoot before you catch the ball.
Nice take by McDaniel, the true freshman who Russ Pennell says has brought a new swagger and fearlessness to our team. O'Connell, quick release.
You know, Hurt had the open look from 3, passed it up, and then found somebody with a better look from 3.
See the 9th make from beyond the arc for Duke.
Like Garrison Brooks really played. This Duke team, number 2 team in the Keys, then they're going to be awfully difficult to handle.
Terry's got a...
He was telling us this afternoon that he rarely played on the interior in high school.
Moore. Carey stuck with it, and Koval.
Standing year last year. In fact, he was the Virginia fans.
Jack White at the rim. Bergerson back the other way, and he draws a foul on Jack White.
Well, eyes haven't really adjusted to getting ready to play Nicholls State. Just have to be ready to go every night.
Out of the timeout.
On an offensive game tonight that is much more than just shooting the 3-point shot. You know, he's never going to be a back to the basket kind of guy, but he has scored effectively with
minutes to go now. A shot fake from Baker. He gets the bucket and a foul.
At the 3-point line.
Nice cut off ball. McDaniel's blocked by Robinson.
Really impressed with the way Duke came out, and they played hard.
So that's it. Coming up next, it's all ACC. Producer Todd Jones, director Mike Griffin, our entire crew. Mike Monaco saying good night from Durham, North Carolina. Final score, Duke 105, Central Arkansas 54.